Let's get started!
For today we are going
Thank you, Macleod, for talking about me, and Octoted Jones for being my weakest friend. I hope.
Deadline, we are starting. Say whatever you want at the end of the video. I'll give you some time.
Ah, well.
Let's begin. Take note, this is not a Libra analysis video. Just some things about her in regards to the last chapter, because contrary to what I said last week, I now have things to say. This will contain minimal bashing, even though Libra is my top 3 most hated MHA character. So let's get started. First of all, I think the creator messed up the order of events here. Libra is shown here with no background at all, and then suddenly back at HQ even though no one told her where it is. And then out again for some reason. In typical Libra fashion of being a master of disguise, she's completely undisguised, like 99% of the time. Going back, let's go to Libra's vandalized house where she casually remembers the past. About people treating her like some scary blood-drinking monster. It is said that she acts like that because of her quirk, making Libra ultimately end up drinking her classmate before running away.
Run, bitch! Run!
The problem is that current Libra is portrayed very differently from her backstory and there's no consistency at all. For an ostracized weirdo who grew up in the streets, she doesn't have trust issues nor solid motivations.
I love you too!
It is said she wants to be normal, yet Libra is never shown thinking about or acting on it. She's not even that obsessed with blood at all, casually going for long periods without drinking any. It's like her backstory just got haphazardly slapped onto her at the very last moment in a desperate attempt at characterization. In fact, we can't really take Miss Mindlayer seriously, because everything she ever said about quirk repression doesn't even apply to herself and to the vast majority of characters. Actually, Miss Mindlayer fits better in Libra's backstory than the other way around. Compared to Libra, she had a villainous dark color palette and a far more powerful quirk. If it's true that quirks affect people, then she should be the one being ostracized by society for being a walking apocalypse. Stressman also said the same thing about Handyman, conveniently forgetting that Miss Mindlayer is literally Handyman's female counterpart whose quirks are centered on destruction and nothing else.
Nice!
But then again, Handyman doesn't count because he's only groomed by Deadline. For short, the world building is shit and inconsistent, but MHA would rather end first than fix it.
Let it die, let it die, let it shrink.
The person who really needs a solid backstory right now is Deadline. At this point anything is better than Lolevil. But that would mean potential for morally grey characters, and MHA would rather retain its black and white world.
He's out of line, but he's right.
Also, Libra has no facial expressions here for some reason. It's like she's just visiting a World War II museum. But to be fair, who wouldn't want to visit a World War II museum? Next we move to Sadman's parade. As a whole, is Deadpool himself even going to get revived this way? If Libra turns into Deadpool and creates another Deadpool, wouldn't that mean the resulting clone would just be another Libra disguised as Deadpool? Does Libra even know how to duplicate stuff? Even Deadline took a good while to activate Grillbear's quirk, and he's already f***ing Deadline using another quirk to make things easier. But Libra is already around 75% Mary Sue. If she can ass pull her way during MVA, then sure as hell she can ass pull again to learn duplication instantly.
This is no fair. Nice.
But what about this? Deadpool only needs accurate measurements and he can automatically copy the personality of the target. So does that mean if the Libra clones are told to create a person with Deadpool's measurements plus an image of Deadpool, would they recreate the real one?
For you, baby, I could be.
All in all, I think this segment requires a full chapter of its own. with Libra remembering more than the things we already know. Maybe picking up a toy she deliberately hid long ago. For the creator's favorite female character, he'd rather draw her with huge thighs than actually develop her character. MHA's been running for more than 5 years and is already ending soon. And I feel like Superman is the only decently developed character.
For all my fans out there, I invite you to my Discord server. Clever comrade. Can you make one for me? I'm not a techie.
I'm planning on releasing a second video this week deadline. I'm gonna be busy. Go look up the how-tos on YouTube.
This one has a lot of likes and no dislikes. So this must be good. What the fuck?
Deadline, make sure to check the comments, or else your laptop might get turned into cryptocurrency mining equipment.